terrorist attack. President Bush as much as said so about an hour ago, what with...
Let's fast forward Rick's footage while we examine why so many helicopter flights merely passed by the towers without any attempted rescue. As reported in the Gotham Gazette in November 2001, the police and fire departments were in disagreement about how to respond to the attack. Here we can see the standard equipment carried by Air Sea Rescue. In 1993, the New York Police Department successfully rescued 28 people from the top of the tower.
It lurched back and forth. After maybe 6 to 10 movements back and forth of that building, it was over, and it was still standing.
Hold on a second. Let's take another look at that North Tower rooftop. It doesn't look impossible to rescue someone because of smoke. However, victims who tried to reach the roof found the fire doors locked. Perhaps some victims in the South Tower were patiently waiting to be rescued at the helipad in the center of the public viewing walkway, only to watch Air Sea Rescue choppers repeatedly fly past. Veteran helicopter rescue pilots quoted by the Journal say a rescue of a few dozen people would have been difficult but possible in 2001. However, police helicopters hovered nearby but were ordered away from the towers.
Tom Kennedy, a rescue worker with the National Urban Search and Rescue. It's part of FEMA.
We're currently one of the first teams that was deployed to support the city of New York for this disaster. We arrived on late Monday night and went into action on Tuesday morning. And not until today did we get a full opportunity to work the entire site.
New York Police Department Air Sea Rescue helicopter infrared video equipment shows the locations of fire through heavy smoke. Why have the infrared videotapes never been made public? Did FEMA issue the order to the New York Police Department not to rescue anyone or drop water?
Closed down. All the Port Authority bridges and tunnels closed down. Nothing's taking off. All the airports are closed down. The roads are closed down. The twin disaster at the World Trade Center happening shortly before 9 a.m., then right around 9 a.m., and then just a little while ago, a third explosion, which actually brought down the South Tower. 1010 Winds reporter Juliet Papa is down around City Hall. Let's try and get through to her now and see what's happening down there. Juliet.
Judy, I am at the intersection of Broadway and Chambers Street, where it looks as if police are trying to virtually evacuate the whole lower Manhattan area. When I saw the smoke resulting from the crash of the towers going down, people were running up the block. They were running up Broadway. They were running up on 7th Avenue South, running in a panic of northbound from the area. I had been trying to get down here in a car. I was on 7th Avenue South going over to Broadway, and as I heard Joan Fleischer on our broadcast live saying that the towers collapsed, I saw the billow of smoke that resulted from that. People with fear stricken all over their faces, just running up the block. Right now it appears as if I said that the entire area is being evacuated. There are police walking around, just directing people, citizens that are walking around, directing traffic and directing people out. More emergency vehicles are on their way down here. You might hear the sirens as I speak. They are just continuing to go. I spoke with EMS a while ago. I managed to get through to them, and they said, don't even think about trying to get a tally on injured or fatalities. So that was about 45 minutes ago before the towers went down. So we cannot even begin to guess what havoc this has wreaked. But as I said, it appears that all of this is being evacuated. I am being asked to get off this phone right now, and police are just trying to clear the whole area. Juliet Papa, 1010 Winds, reporting live from Chambers and Broadway.
And we are just now receiving word that all international flights to Washington, D.C. and New York City are being diverted to Canadian airports. Air lockdown in the airspace across the entire United States, and of course here in the city nothing is going in or going out. 1010 Winds News Director Ben Beverak is at the Manhattan Bridge. Let's check in with him. Ben.
Judy, I have a direct line of sight to what is left of the World Trade Center. The fire continues to burn. I can see the flames through the thick smoke. As I walk through Brooklyn to get to this position, I can tell you, as Juliet alluded to, the bridges have pretty much been blocked off. Everyone is being diverted. There is just no way into the city except for emergency vehicles.
I did pass through a couple of parks and on some of the streets, and before, when I reported about an hour ago, there were people at their gas pumps who turned to look at the smoke that was coming from the city. Folks stepping out of bodegas and stores to look. Now people are gathering in large groups. In fact, in one corner, I saw a group of people actually holding hands and praying. As I stand on the Manhattan Street, which is closed, it is open to pedestrian traffic. Some people are walking across, but there's just no way for them to. As I look out, something happens. I can't. I just blinked my eyes. I looked up at the vibrant people in the background going, oh my God, and the second building appears to have gone down.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Ben. That is the second building that has gone down. It came out like a plume of smoke, like a banana unpeeling, plumes of smoke coming out, and then absolutely nothing. And now where there were two huge buildings, two huge towers, there is now nothing but plumes of smoke. Can you still see where you're looking at, Ben?
I see now the clouds are beginning to drift away, and it is right the bit of the clear sky behind it, and it is a remarkable thing. You know, when you come into the city, you look around the panorama view, you see the Empire State Building, you see the Chrysler Building, then you pan down to the sound of Manhattan, and you always expect to see the World Trade Center towers there. It's just, you just expect to see it. Now to look here, to see it vacant, except for a cloud of smoke, it is just incredible.
We're going to go to Al Jones, reporter Al Jones, who is now on Hudson Street. Al, can you hear me?
Well, Judy, it was absolute pandemonium when another part of the South Tower came down here. I'm at Hudson between Duane and Reed. We were standing on the street when we heard what sounded like a plane coming overhead, but actually it was the roar of more of the building coming down. People running down the street, screaming, this huge dust cloud filling the sky. We dipped into one of the buildings here. A supervisor, lucky enough, opened up the door, let us in as this huge cloud went by of debris, and you could hear the roar of the building continuing to fall. I ran into a fellow, Tom Colden, who was on the 64th floor of the North Tower. When the first plane hit, he said everything was orderly, they were evacuating, but when the second explosion occurred and they lost power, lost lights, it was pandemonium. He said they just rushed down the stairs. Firefighters were there to try to lead him out, but he came out dazed, covered with soot, covered with ash, just staggering away from the building, lucky to be alive. Al Jones, 1010 Winds, reporting live from outside the World Trade Towers.
This has been an absolutely unbelievable morning. The news is breaking almost faster than we can get it to you, and right now we are going to go to 1010 Winds reporter John Montone. John, are you there?
Yes, I am, Judy, and I have to describe the most incredible scene of my life. Right after I got off the air with Lee about an hour ago, I was talking to people on Broadway, getting descriptions of what they had seen.
No, it's like not even just a building, it's all those people that left. It's like that was what happened in this place, is that there were so many like women who lost their husbands here, and watching them go down and trying to reach them on their cell phones with no response, and then watching their heartbreaks and stuff. The breakdown of the I think on the tape if you hear there's some crying in the girl, and it was just heart-wrenching and terrible.